Hey gamers, Max here welcoming you to the February 20th, 2017 episode of Yesterday's Games Today, the show that scours the news so you don't have to. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for always coming by and checking out the content. If you're a new viewer, make sure you click that subscribe button down below for free daily news updates every Tuesday to Friday. First things first, yesterday the reviews for Horizon Zero Dawn came out a week ahead of time. That's always great news because that means the devs are confident in their game and that they didn't need to set an embargo a few days beforehand. Of course, setting an embargo a few days beforehand doesn't mean that their game is bad or that they're not confident in it, but doing it a week ahead of time is kind of like yeah, we know it's good. I myself was a bit skeptical of the game, but it seems to be incredible. It seems to be, I've seen it described as the best of for open world games, kind of a blend of all the greatest elements in all of our favorite open world games, which is pretty awesome to hear. The game, I'm sure you know, is a PS4 only exclusive. It was developed by Guerrilla Games, the guys who made Killzone. So if you have a PS4, you can definitely check that game out, and I'm sure you haven't had a lack of things to play with also Nioh, Yakuza 0, and Gravity Rush 2 coming out. Y'all have been chillin'. Speaking of the PS4, Final Fantasy XV's PlayStation 4 Pro patch came out yesterday, and it apparently isn't very good. The patch was supposed to unlock the light version of the game, as well as bring the high version up to a stable 60 frames per second. However, the issue with the light mode is that it still runs in 1080p, however the frame rate drops to around 40 to 50 frames on average unless you're staring at the ground, whereas according to the article beforehand, it was still hitting around 60 in the light version at times, and now it can't even do that. And apparently the high version is still really jittery and jerky and just stuttering around everywhere instead of actually being smooth like how you would want to play a game. So it's recommended that you just stick with the normal PS4 or Xbox One versions depending on what you have, and if you do have a PS4 Pro, to just not use the high version or arguably even the light version. Just do like the normal like core PS4 game. Also, speaking of PlayStation 4, Nioh is getting a free update. In late March, the game is going to be getting harder missions as well as PvP coming that late April. I wonder if these hard missions are going to be previous missions just toned up in difficulty, or if they're going to be entirely new missions just really difficult. I've already heard the game is brutal as hell and harder than Dark Souls on its own, so playing these hard missions is going to be a real challenge. I'm jealous for those of you who have PS4s in this game. That is something I need to pick up very soon. Good news for Sony yesterday, not very good news for Nintendo though. The Nintendo Switch's version of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus has been delayed, and it was supposed to be a launch title, so their already slim selection just got a little bit smaller. According to the article, it'll still be released in March, just not March 3rd, the day the Switch launches, which is so soon, by the way. The Nintendo Switch is going to be in our hands in less than 2 weeks, folks. On the other side of this news, though, the physical version of Afterbirth Plus on the Switch will come with a reversible alternate cover, as well as 2 sheets of stickers featuring the game characters. Now it will also include an Isaac face sticker, as well as a full-color instruction booklet. That is awesome. This beautiful homage to an 8-bit era gone by features little details on the game and some never-before-seen art inside, says Rodriguez, one of the co-founders of the company that makes The Binding of Isaac. I'm a huge Isaac fan on the PC, and those extra things that come with the physical version make me pretty jealous. I'm gonna see if I can't get my hands on some of those things. In other Nintendo news, Nintendo revealed digital file sizes for select Nintendo Switch titles. Now, before we get into those, remember the Nintendo Switch only has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and that doesn't include the OS. So if you're getting the console, you're probably gonna want an SD card. Alright, so starting off, Zelda Breath of the Wild will be 13.4 gigabytes, Mario Kart 8, 7, Puyo Puyo Tetris, 1.09, Disgaea 5, 5.92, Snipperclips 1.6, I Am Setsuna 1.4, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 is 32 gigabytes, the exact amount of internal storage, so if you want that game, you're gonna need an SD card or you're not gonna be able to play it. Nabunaga's Ambition is 5 gigabytes. It is important to note though that unlike our Xbox Ones and PS4s, if you get a physical version of a game, you will not need to install it on your internal drive, so you could get all of these games physical and just be fine. Nintendo account IDs are now up for grabs on Nintendo's site. It's apparently a bit different from the normal Nintendo Network ID, which people use on the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. It's your account name. Now you choose your Nintendo account ID instead of your network ID. The reason this is a good thing is because it now allows you to tie your eShop purchases to your actual Nintendo account instead of just to your Nintendo device. Other than that, I can't really tell what else this is supposed to be other than another login for Nintendo users. Anyways, you guys better go claim your name now because they are being taken up fast. Whatever your name is, it has to be at least 6 characters, so get on it, guys. If you followed the news at all last week, you would know that the Gen 2 update for Pokemon Go finally released. And with it came the unknown Pokemon. For those who don't know what they are 26 kind of talisman-like Pokemon that float around, each representing one letter of the English alphabet. Much like when Ditto was introduced to the game, apparently people are having a very hard time finding these things. According to Reddit, a few have been found from Singapore and once in Wisconsin in the United States. Hey, that's near me. This also confirms that Unknown are not region exclusive. In my opinion, this is kind of a shallow way for Niantic to keep the longevity going of the game since they're very, very slow on any updates. I never really saw the point of trying to catch all the Unknown, especially since capturing one, I believe, takes up the spot in your Pokedex. Anyways, those who want them all, better get out there. Last October, a PSVR game by the name of Here They Lie released. However, the thing is, it's only playable in VR. Yesterday, it was announced that there would be an update coming to the game, allowing it to be played on traditional television sets. So those who don't have PSVR can just play the game with a standard controller. That update should be out today, actually. The update will be free for anyone who already owns the game, and those who purchase the game will be getting both the VR and the non-VR version, so even if you don't have the PSVR and end up picking it up later, you'll be able to play that VR version. The game is also getting a PS4 Pro patch, which will enhance lighting effects. And lastly for today, Portal writer Eric Wolpaw has left Valve. He joined Valve in 2004 and has worked on games like Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Portals 1 and 2, and Left 4 Dead. He hasn't said where he's heading next, however, it's known that he's working with Double Fine on Psychonauts 2, so it's possible he's going over there to work maybe full-time or something like that. Now, I've been seeing a lot of comments about this news saying that this means Valve just isn't making single-player games anymore, and I really doubt that's true, especially since in the AMA Gabe Newell did a few weeks ago, maybe last month. He said they're making more games, and you know what? Of course they are. They're coming out with Source Engine 2, folks. It's not even fully released. It's out for Dota 2, and that's about it. They're going to be releasing games for Source 2. They're not just going to make this engine without any games to come out for it. However, this engine has been in development for quite a while. It makes sense that they don't want to release a game for the previous outdated versions right before the new one. It has been said that a Left 4 Dead is in development. I'm sure Half-Life is being touched on somewhere, though I don't want to confirm that. And they said something about 3 new VR IPs coming, so they're not making anything. Valve is working on things. They've always been known to take their time. Alright folks, well that's about it for yesterday's news. Make sure to like the video if this recap helped you. Comment your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the show, what your opinions are on my opinions. Let me know if there's any news stories I missed. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for free daily news updates straight to your inbox every Tuesday to Friday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Max signing off.